In an update on the Wrestling Observer newsletter, it reported that Keith Lee is being brought to both Raw and SmackDown for dark matches because officials are trying to change his in-ring style, give him a new character. They also want him to practice more in front of fans. It's been reported that Lee is going to be playing a role of a heel moving forward, as he has been in these dark matches. And regarding the aforementioned character change, it was reported by WrestlingNews.co that the chairman and CEO, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, has considered turning Lee heel and turning him into a, quote, monster heel for a while now, and that's what they want him to be booked as in his return. Lee has not wrestled on TV since winning against Karrion Kross on the August 2nd edition of Raw. I don't know how much that means anymore. Before that, he lost to Karrion Kross on the July 26th edition of Raw, which amazing 50-50 booking there. Amazing way to get your monster heel over. Book him to lose against the guy who's God, what is he dressing up as these days? I don't know. God bless Karrion Kross. Anyway, so Keith Lee, he made his return, and then he kind of went dormant for a while. He revealed his health concerns stemming from COVID, and now he's getting over them, and that is amazing. And we here at Real Take Sports commend him for that, and we wish him all the best, and glad he's continuing his career. So that being said, why turn Keith Lee heel, and why change his gimmick? Why change his in-ring style? I'm going to answer that last part first. Why change his in-ring style? The reason that WWE and Vince especially probably wants to change his in-ring style, it's one, because they want to go in a more heel direction, but two, because I think it kind of fits into the WWE mentality of what a big guy should be. Keith Lee is an amazing athlete. I don't care what he looks like. Oh, he doesn't look like a typical athlete. He doesn't look like he can do a shooting star press or a moonsault. He totally can, and I've seen him do it, and it's pretty fucking awesome. Keith Lee is an athletic freak. He is strong as hell. Go watch his stuff in the indies. It is amazing. And I truly do believe that they're trying to they're trying to get him away from that, because that doesn't really fit into the style of big man that WWE really likes to cater to, and the style of big man WWE likes to create. What they like are people who are big, strong, and who just destroy you in the ring and don't do dives, don't do flips, don't do all the kicks or anything that Keith Lee, he's did that in NXT, did that in the indies before that, so they're trying to get him away from that. And that's also just no matter what you're working as, that's not a baby face. That's not a good guy type of moveset to have. The typical heel type of moveset to have is like you keep it in the ring, you avoid, you're on defense a lot, or you're on offense, you're cheating maybe a little bit, but you know what I mean. The other question, why turn Keith Lee heel? And I think it probably has something to do with the fact that WWE thinks they don't have enough monsters on Raw. They don't have enough 7-foot giants on Raw who are heel. Even though they got Veer, right? Or no, is it Veer or Shanky? I think it's Shanky. They got Shanky, who is a legit, not legit. He's like he's pretty big. He's like 6'9", 6'10". He's a big dude. Almost who's like a legit, 7'3" or whatever. So they have two heels that are big, that they can turn into monsters, but they're not doing anything with them. One of them they're burying because they have him aligned with Jinder, and they begin Jinder to look like a clown. And then the other one, they just took the tag titles off of, and I don't even know what they're doing with AJ and Amos anymore. So maybe this is them trying to fit him into that Braun Strowman type of position. And that's where they want to move. They want to make him the unstoppable force. And, maybe he'll eventually go against the immovable object one day. Who knows? But the Keith Lee gimmick change, the gimmick change, I can tell you one of the reasons. If they change his name, if they end up changing Keith Lee's name, I will 100% guarantee you it is because WWE lost that trademark battle. And they're not able to trademark the name Keith Lee, which they tried to do. WWE tried to trademark the name Keith Lee, which Keith Lee, the wrestler, has been using since before his time in WWE. So maybe that's an indication there. Maybe they just want to push the reset button on him. So I don't know. I think Keith Lee will make it work. I think he's a believable monster heel. He is a believable monster heel who has unbelievable strength, who has an unbelievable drive, who has an unbelievable way of hurting his opponents and making himself look amazing while doing so. So I think he will be fine. It is just a matter of how he's booked. If they continue this 50-50 booking between him and his opponents, then I don't think it's going to get over well. I think the best way you do it is you book him like you booked Braun Strowman early on. Not the way they ended up booking Braun Strowman, which is every big match he ever had. What did he do? He lost. Every big match Braun Strowman ever had, he lost. He was a monster in the ring. He was insane. He was taking grappling hooks and then unhooking the set onto Brock Lesnar, bringing it all down on Lesnar. He was eating cake. He was flipping over ambulances. He was amazing. And then he got to the pay-per-view, 1, 2, 3, jobbed. Don't do that with Keith Lee. Do not do that with Keith Lee. Feed him some jobbers early on. There's plenty of James Ellsworths out there. Go give him a shout out, by the way. Go give James Ellsworth a shout out. So there's plenty of those out there. Feed him to some jobbers early on and then move it along. Work his way up. Don't put him in the title picture immediately. Work him up to a U.S. title. Then have him win that. Have him be a dominant U.S. champion. Have him go undefeated and then challenge for the world title. That's how you make an unstoppable heel big guy. And Keith Lee is more than capable of doing that. It is just a matter of how seriously WWE is going to take this and how serious they are about making him into a believable, legitimate, unstoppable force. That's what it is. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.